Welcome back, or welcome to PSGL F11. It's the first season. It's actually my first league race ever, which is quite exciting. Um, so I decided to join PSGL a couple of weeks ago, but because I'm a reserve, I don't always get to play. So this is our first race. It's round 3 around Monaco, which is, yeah, it's Monaco, and also it's wet, which is quite an interesting start to a league racing season, to say at least, or it's quite a start to league racing. We missed round 2 because I was skiing, but round 1 I just simply wasn't needed as a reserve, so, but now we are in round 3, which means we can start racing. So first lap here has been quite a disaster, honestly. We had a big snap of worst here a couple of moments ago, down to the Novel chicane. It's actually quite a decent run here. I turn in a little bit too late. I take a little too little curb there, but it's fine. Going into the final sector here. Uh, yeah, it has not really been a great lap, but it could have definitely been worse. As of practice to this, I have done quite a bit, but unfortunately, very little in rain. So yeah, this is quite tough. Also, I apologize in advance for all the Discord messages. I had a couple of problems, which led me to not. I didn't mute Discord. But yeah, as you can see, lap 2, we gain a second. And as you're about to see, we're about to finish lap 3 now, and we are a second up again. Unfortunately, we kind of fuck up the last corner, or the second to last corner, but we gained some of that time, and we're 7 tenths up, and to P2 we go. Now for lap 4 here, we have dropped down to P5, so we have actually been in and changed our tires and recharged our ERS in pits. So coming up here to the line, about to start the lap, going into turn 1, braking, and as you can see, we get a huge snap of ours here, which loses us a couple of tenths. And yeah, going into the long left-hander, we don't gain any time, unfortunately. The exit here, we will just lose that time that we gain. And yeah, this has not been a good lap so far. But we are gonna push on, just because like there is these conditions, you never know, especially if you haven't done any practice and are as bad as we are. Obviously, the lowest tier in PSGL. It's quite tough, and these conditions, especially, allows for, say, many mistakes. So you see here, I gain almost a tenth on just the exit here, 2 tenths actually. But yeah, now going into the swim pool, I believe we actually, yeah, we invalidate. And we don't manage to improve after this, which sucks. For some reason the audio cut out there. I don't know if that's this. But yeah, we end up qualifying in P7, which I think is it's fine. But now onto the race we go, and this is probably my biggest mistake in the race, honestly. It's not my biggest mistake, but it's definitely most stupid one. So I didn't see the fact that the race was starting, and I chatted with my friend. And when I looked back at my screen, the cars were moving. I missed the start. Let's go. And here I just completely missed my braking, but fortunately we don't get punished for it. And here I decide to go 3 wide, which is not very smart, and we lose our let's say first front wing of the race. So going to pits here at the end of the lap. say. Obviously, purple pit stop. It's quite hard to get anything else, honestly. But yeah, it's obviously gonna take a while to change our front wing. I feel bad for our teammate there behind, but yeah, we're gonna come out in P11 maybe. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, P11. So far we've lost 4 positions, and yeah, the safety car is gonna stay out for a few laps now. So we're just gonna ride and try to warm our tires again. As you can see, the guys ahead, they really don't care about tire wear. They just want to catch up to the pack ahead. I don't really get this because, like, why would you rush to catch up? Uh, but as you can see, I kind of get worried that I'm gonna get a penalty or something for going too slow under safety car conditions. So I will start pushing quite soon to catch up to the guys ahead. But yeah, as you can see, they really are pushing their cars quite a bit. And I'm just sitting behind, relaxing here, and brake dragging. Quite funny to see. But yeah, I think it's about now I start to push. It really, yeah, I almost going through the wall there, which is kind of hilarious under safety car conditions. But yeah, here, and now we go on to lap 4, and the safety cars in this lap. We are behind DNK DNT. I'm gonna call him DNK for this video. Yeah, let's see how this safety car restart goes. We're on new mediums, obviously, with a new wing. And here we go. Unfortunately, we get a terrible start. But so does the guy behind us, so we are not in any danger from behind. We go off the hill here, but yeah, we can't make any moves here because we're simply just too far behind to make anything happen here. Still gonna try, obviously, to catch up, make something happen, but unfortunately we just can't. Going into the hairpin here, and towards the tunnel here after the next corner. This lap has been pretty tight, actually. I would imagine, I would have thought I would have crashed by this point, but actually no. I actually made it through the safety car restart, which is kind of insane if you ask me. So yeah, that is a lap. Pretty uneventful, but it's Monaco, so who would have guessed? I guess it's quite quite normal to have this. On to lap 6 now. So we're heading down the tunnel. I don't expect this, but the guys ahead of me go side by side, and he gets DNK get a terrible exit, so I pull off a move around the inside and actually, without contact, make a move on Monaco, which is insane. Obviously, it's very rare that you can be able to do such a thing. But yeah, on to pretty soon here you will see that this move will not be a good idea because if you get overtaken, obviously you have a urge to re-overtake, even though it might not be a great idea, so to speak. And as you see right now, he is actually caught up quite a bit, and he goes up our inside. We managed to go here, and here I accidentally I get a lot of understeer here, and kind of put him into the wall. Saying sorry there if you didn't hear it. Almost went into the wall here. But into the chicane, yeah, I'll let you guys see for yourself. This is probably one of the most unnecessary incidents of the race, but he just sends it down the inside, and yeah, I didn't expect him to because he obviously wasn't making that, and I get a 3-second penalty. Oh yeah, I also get like I get a front wing damage, so yeah, I'm not happy with this, but I do end up staying out because I don't think it wasn't that bad, and I decide to just stay out. But yeah, here for the next lap here, lap 8, um, same corner. I'm quite far behind the guys ahead of me. I just catch up way more, and what the fuck did I do? I don't even know. I just drove into the back of him. I have no excuse. Uh, I'm, I just, I just drove into the back of him. Fortunately though, we get very, very lucky with a virtual safety car here, which means we, uh, we don't get as penalized for breaking our front wing as we would have if it was just a normal safety car. We lose around 10 seconds less. So yeah, the question is, where are we gonna come out? Obviously, it looks as of right now that we're gonna come out in 10th, which means currently we have lost about 3 positions from the beginning of the race. Yeah, this is not great, as we actually come out in 11th, it turns out. But yeah. Uh, On to lap 11 here. You might wonder why I include this clip, because obviously the safety car is not about to come in. But as you're about to see, I outbrake myself, unlock the rears, and I spin under safety car conditions. Fortunately though, we only lose 1 position because I managed to get going before F1 Damien overtakes us there, which means he has to see the position. Now on to the next lap. We are about to restart here with Dr. Adis ahead of us. We get a pretty decent start compared to Dr. Dr. Adis in front of us. It's nothing magical, but it's fine. Going into the left hand here. Yep, very new tires too, so we should have pretty decent pace. And again, this opening lap is actually gonna be clean, as you're gonna be able to see. I'm actually just gonna not get into damage, not make any huge mistakes. Here, just trying to catch up to Dr. Adis here. He's actually pretty slow, as he makes a pretty big mistake there, but I can't capitalize on it because I get a big step burst here, and also it's Monaco, so it's very hard, as I actually run over a piece of debris there. Lucky to not get a puncture, and I get a warning for I think that's our 2nd warning actually in this race, and it's a very unnecessary one. So we have to drive this race cleanly now. We can't make any major mistakes. We can't go off track. So I'm not gonna really risk any penalties now. That would just be stupid. Jack going out to the long left-hander here. Double XX. Actually kind of get it nicely. Missed apex a little bit there in the right-hander. But yeah. Lap 14. And as you see here, going into the hairpin, we get front wing damage. Because the guys ahead of us just pile up, and there's we just lost our front wing, as you can hear there. I'm just kind of annoyed at this point, because this is, I believe, my 2nd pit stop, 3rd actually, as I get really lucky not to get a 3rd warning there. But yeah, we have lost a lot of front grip, obviously, because our front wing damage. We're gonna box here because we can't game puts us on our old hearts, which is quite interesting like strategy, I guess. It's gonna be a big stretch if we want to go on those to the end of the race, because tire is very high around Monaco. Also, your tires are gonna be overheating a little bit. It's not too bad, but like keeping your temperatures under control in Monaco is very difficult. It is. So yeah, going up here, the guy ahead of us makes a big mistake. I try to capitalize in on it, but I don't get past uh, past there. Unfortunately, I'm not quick enough, and the VSC gets deployed again, which means we lose our chance to overtake the guy ahead. See him just laughing because the amount of saved cars is ridiculous. But yeah, it's about to end here. So it ends just before the chicane, and yeah, we get a terrible exit. My idea was to go for the overtake there, but we can't, as he makes a big mistake there. Probably even further damaging his front wing. I expect him to box here, though he doesn't. He continues, and I get a big stop forward here, so I can go for it into turn one. But I believe here, into the hill here, we actually go for it. I don't leave him enough space, sorry for that. Should have left you more space, but we managed to get there, and I don't. Yeah, Dr. Adis behind us doesn't lose any positions because of it, other than to me, obviously. So yeah, I think it was okay. On to lap 19, nothing really happened between there. But yeah, it's in the Vettel chicane here again. Get a really nice round, but as you can see there, he completely missed his braking point, and I am very lucky to still be alive. We were over a second ahead of him, but yeah, from nowhere he just appears, and yeah, I'm very lucky he didn't take me or himself out there. On to lap 20 now. I see that the gap ahead of us to Michael starts going down very, very rapidly. For context, like 6 corners ago, it was over 5 seconds. Now it's only 1.3. Going to the chicane. In the chicane, we actually gain about a second. And here I just misjudge how much front wing damage he has. Driving to the back of him. He lets us pass, which is really nice. Although we do want to pit here, but we can't because obviously our teammate's gonna pit. And pitting now would be a big bitch move, honestly. So we go a lap longer. So now we go into pits, and I expect to get a new front wing here because it's very damaged. But as we're about to see, 2.2 seconds, that means they are not changing the front wing. Over to 2 laps later here, I decided to go one lap longer because I was thinking, well, maybe I can run with this. But I hit the wall and I get forced to pit, and unfortunately I select no. So we're now two pit stops, completely unnecessary pit stops, which means we lost 40 seconds there. And as you can hear, I just laugh it off because it's quite ridiculous, honestly. On to the next lap here, we're gonna pit. Make sure to have Jess selected. Change my wing, please. Yeah, we pit there. Quite a nice pit entry, actually. This time, they actually change our wing. I don't know why I paused there. I don't think I meant to. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But yeah, that was completely unnecessary. We lost 40 seconds, as you can see here on the delta. We were ahead of Michael, but now we're 42 seconds, 43 seconds behind, which is completely unnecessary. It could have been avoided by just, you know, not making that stupid mistake of selecting no, or in the beginning just selecting yes. Always selecting yes is my takeaway from this. As we actually now, a couple of laps later, catch up to the guy ahead of us. This is a very tricky situation because he's not, we're not racing him, obviously. He's a lap ahead. We just lost 4 seconds, so that makes a lot of sense. So he's actually really slow. So the question is here, do we overtake him or do we stay behind? Now, I decided to stay behind here because I didn't want him, like, I didn't want to make his race harder by distracting him and overtaking him. Obviously, in hindsight, that was probably a bad idea because he obviously expects me to overtake here because I'm going so much slower or faster than him. The problem here is that the guys behind him is actually catching up very, very rapidly. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should have overtaken him, overtook him, but I decided to just go for it here and try to pull off a gap to justify it. As you see here, I don't manage to. I make a big mistake, so I decide to just let them go here without impeding anything. But now there is still a problem of we're gonna catch up to that DNK guy again. It's inevitable because he's way slower than us. So I was thinking about it, but as you see, they solved it for us. He spun, which means we're just gonna push on. Really, nothing happened here to the end of the race. This last lap, obviously we're lapped, so yeah. That's really the whole race. Quite the exciting race. We end up finishing in a P9, which is way better than I thought. Honestly, it's a dream result. I don't deserve it. I think we pitted about 6 or 7 times. I haven't counted, but that's what it feels like. Although for a first league race, and especially one being around Monaco, I think it's decent. I think I think I did quite well. I was a bit too aggressive, but as you can see here, here's the standings. Yeah, I end up finishing 16th, or not finishing, but I end up finishing 9th. So we get 2 points, which puts us 16th in this championship, which is not last. So I guess let's go me. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.